Welcome to Sangeet Shala, the program that celebrates the heritage and knowledge of the music of the Indian subcontinent. I'm your host Amit. Thank you for joining us today. Many of you probably heard the sad news of a legend of Indian music, Indian cinema, passing away a few days ago. Asha Bhosle died, I believe, at the age of 92. She lived a full, rich life, filled with so much beautiful art, so much created by her. And I wanted to come back and celebrate that with you all today. I think that's very important. Her death is very meaningful as far as the history of Indian music, Indian film music goes over the last century. So let us celebrate that today. I don't want this to be a sad video, I want it to be a celebration. So let's listen to one of her favorite songs of her own that she sang today, Ye Kya Jagah Hai Doston. And as always, we'll have a discussion about the song afterwards.
क्या
So an interesting thing about this video, usually when I make these Sangeet Shala videos, from when I first started making them a few years ago on the original channel, I put a lot of preparation in. I make a lot of notes and I have an idea of what I'm going to say, and I put some serious time into it. This video, I did no preparation for whatsoever. Because I don't feel like I need to today. This is straight freewheeling from the brain, from the heart, because it feels like that's justified today. I want to talk about Asha ji today, and the effect that not only her singing but her generation and her family's entire contributions to Indian music, Indian cinema over the last 200 years. I want to talk about that. So, bear with me, please. I'm just going off the top of my head today. The singer, of course, Asha Bhosle. The lyricist, Shahryar. And the composer, Khayyam. I very, very specifically chose this song when I heard the news of her death, because there's the last two lines of that nazm that I instantly remembered, her singing. बुला रहा है कोई मुझे चिलमनों के उस तरफ मेरे लिए भी क्या कोई उदास बेकरार है. The voice I heard of her singing in my head when I read the news of her dying, those are the lines that came up. I don't know why specifically, but they did. So I instantly thought to myself, okay, let's do this song. It seems very appropriate, very fitting. I don't think Asha ji has any worries about anyone remembering her. She'll always be remembered. Her entire family should always be remembered. Of course, her sister Lata Mangeshkar, and not only her, but their father Pandit Hridaynath Mangeshkar. I believe that's his correct first name. But such an accomplished family that contributes so much. They weren't just ordinary singers. They were complete classically trained singers. They were proper singers from that family. So even though Asha ji did more out of the box songs than the rest of her family, especially Lata ji, she had all the classical training that anyone could have, and she could sing at a very, very high level. If you want to get an argument between her and her sister, that's fine. I'm not going to do that. That doesn't seem like this doesn't seem like the appropriate time or forum for that. But she was very, very accomplished by herself on her own terms, and I hope she's remembered that way. This song, this film, showcased her abilities at a very high level. Umrao Jaan was the perfect album for her, because she was associated with a lot of at the time more modern pop type songs, experimental sounds. This was very classical, mujra, ghazals, those kinds of songs, and she pulled it off with great aplomb. Just beautiful singing. The greatest compliment I could give her, I think, is that you forget that Lata Mangeshkar could have also sang these songs, because she couldn't have, I think, done any better with this album than her sister did. And that's the highest compliment I could give her, because if you've watched this channel, I think you know how I feel about Lata ji. And I think she's Saraswati herself. I've heard her singing from her earliest clips and recordings, and I haven't heard a higher level than that. So Asha ji achieved very high levels with Umrao Jaan, and I was reading, it was one of her favorite albums of her own. These songs were the favorite of her own, and I read Ye Kya Jagah Hai Doston was one of her more favorite songs, and it's easy to see why. Such a beautiful song. filled with so much longing, regret, hope, all those things. The full human experience can be heard in that song, particularly in the context of the story of the film, of the book, Umrao Jaan. It's been a while since I've seen the film. I've never read the books, unfortunately, but in the film, I remember this is towards the end, and she's taking account of her entire life, coming back to her hometown in this song. So there's a great deal of feel put into it by Asha ji in this song, and of course by Rekha ji, who portrayed Umrao Jaan in this film, and you can see that with her acting as well. But the feel Asha ji really put in this song is tremendous, and on this occasion it felt very appropriate to enjoy that with you all, and I hope you agree with my song choice for her today. One thing that does make me sad, particularly about her passing, is she was the last one of the generation of the classics, of the oldies, of the golden age of Indian cinema, of Indian music, if you will. And that living knowledge is gone, and it's slipping away with every day that passes from our collective presence, and unfortunately from our collective memories as well. If you look at modern media and modern songs that are put out, to be honest, I don't even watch Hindi movies anymore, listen to Hindi songs anymore. I don't feel any kind of connection to them. I grew up watching them, even though I'm American. I grew up in America as an Indian American, but I grew up watching Hindi movies, listening to Hindi songs, in my parents' cassette collection. That's why I have whatever knowledge I do have now. That's why I can do a Sangeet Shala series. I learned it from what was around me, and unfortunately, you see that not being the case now. I think where you don't have exposure to this kind of music, and I see that with my family members in India, both older than me and younger than me. They don't have any knowledge of all this. They hear these songs in passing, they hear these poems in passing, but there's no absorption of them, there's no real knowledge of them, and that makes me tremendously sad. We're losing something when that happens. We lose a part of ourselves, a part of our culture, and a part of our souls. And that's why I do these videos, because whatever I've learned, I want to pass on to the coming generations. I don't know if anyone will ever really watch these videos or, pay much attention to them, but that's not my job. My job is to simply make them and hope that, a few people will appreciate them and pass it down to the next generation as well. And that's the only purpose here. But with Asha ji's death, I'd like to reiterate, and emphasize that it is our duty to pass on the knowledge and the culture that previous generations gave us, because without that, it dies. And we are lessened as a people when we lose our own heritage, whether it's classically based music, whether it's ghazals, nazms, Urdu poetry, Hindi poetry, Sanskrit poetry, Hindustani poetry, it doesn't matter. All of these things are a part of us. Maybe some parts are larger than others. Urdu poetry for me, Hindustani poetry for me are invaluable. They've shaped who I've become to this day. And I want to see that preserved, and I hope you do too as well. Whether it's poetry, music, literature of any kind, we need to preserve that and pass it down to the next generation. So I think the best way we can celebrate Asha ji's life is to make sure that we teach the next generation. We use what she gave us and what her generation gave us, what her forebears gave us, and we give it to the next generation. If we do that, I think we honor her in the best possible way. I think that just pass it on. That's all I can request of you. Share this knowledge, share this music, share this literature with your kids, with your brother, sister, it doesn't matter who. Just pass it on and teach them what it means to be Indian American, what it means to be Desi, Pakistani, Sri Lankan, Nepali, Bangladeshi. It doesn't matter. I don't care what part of the Indian subcontinent you're from. We all collectively own this culture and heritage, and I hope you're all proud of it and want to share it with others. I think that's enough sermonizing for this video. I didn't cover the song itself as much maybe as I usually like to, but that's okay. I'm going to do more Umrao Jaan songs for sure because I love the entire album. So we'll cover more of Umrao Jaan's music and its poetry in future videos. I think this video deserves to be more Asha Ji centric. So with that, I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to our channel if you agree with our mission, with our purpose. It's not about being famous or making money. It's simply about creating and passing it down. So please hit that subscribe button. Thank you again, Asha Ji, forever. And thank you. Dhanyavad, Nawazish.